When you get to America, you have to understand America is a system. The first day you enter in America, it's literally having someone on your shoulder saying this, hey, you see this black American kid? He looks like you. He talks like you. He even has the same hair as you, but Charlie, he no be you. You see, look at him. He's shooting guns. He's wearing his pants this way. Oh, look at his hair. You're from Ghana, royal family, Ashanti culture. This is not you. And so the moment, as soon as you're at that airport, you disconnect. Oh, that's not me. So whatever you see him, he's suffering with, you told from day one, oh, that's not you. Don't let the color, fool you. That's not you. Now, what you don't know is this. That same man that met you there has gone to that same black guy in America. Hey, Charlie, you see this African guy? He's got the same color hair as you. He has the same texture. But he's not you. Look at him. He's swinging on trees. Look at his stomach. He can't feed his people. Every negative thing about Africa, they will tell him. So he says, I'm not that neither. So the moment you land in America, you're like this. Separated. You are separated. The system is built for separation. To get a visa, you're automatically separated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So by the time you enter that country, you are already in. When you get to America.
Okay, man. So, divide and conquer at its finest. Divide and conquer at its finest, right? And to me, I don't necessarily believe that, everybody, when they get here, are told that, because here in America, we're not all necessarily told by somebody that, like, oh, you're not like those people from over there, right? And, I don't like entertaining conversations about division. I'm more of a unity type guy. When I see other people and I meet other people, I like to look and think of more reasons why we are similar than different, But like I was saying, I think for us as like Black Americans, we are more so taught through the media. We're taught through the media that, people from Africa are different. They talk different. They behave different. They move different. And, those things, they get reinforced by the time that we get to school age and we start to meet people from other places, whether it's the Caribbean, whether it's Africa or wherever, right? And, last time I talked about this subject about like Black people being from Africa, it was a lot of war in the comments, right? A lot of war in the comments. Some people saying that, some Americans were indigenous and like just a lot of different history types of conversations. And, I'm not debating history with you guys at all because, I do believe that, some people were here in America of all different shades of Black, as far as from dark skin to light skin here in America already before it was colonized by the colonizers, right? So I do believe that, but it's not really about who's from what part and all that stuff. It's just about that the fact that the powers that be, the people in power, no matter where you are in the world, the people in power, they're gonna want the people they see as like the peasants or like the common folk to be divided, and they want people to be arguing about something, right? And I do think it's the same for people that come over here from other cultures. It's not necessarily somebody. I mean, yeah, it could be their parents. Like, I don't think it's just someone at the airport telling Africans that like, no, like all you see these, basically calling us niggas, right? Saying like all these Black Americans, they act this way, they shoot guns, they sagging their pants, don't be like them. I think that's just more so cultural differences, man. It's just cultural differences. Everybody I know that are immigrants, no matter if they are from African descent or any other type of descent, Asian, whatever, Eastern European, like everybody I know from those places, they are just more likely to stick with themselves. And I feel like it's because they more so know themselves versus us in Black America. We don't know ourselves, right? We don't know our history. We don't know where we came from. Some of y'all do, a lot of y'all watching this video, Yeah, I've done like the self-discovery work. Yeah, I got the knowledge of self, but for the average Black American, we don't know much before slavery about where we came from, whether we were indigenous, whether we were somewhere else, or whether we came from Africa originally. A lot of us just don't know, and I think those cultural differences lead us to be divided. But it takes conversations like this, people willing to come to the table. My boy Hip Hop Measure, he's going to Ghana this year. I'm going to be in Africa sometime this year. So it just takes people to kind of bridge that gap, no matter if we are from African descent or not. At the end of the day, man, we all people and we all should be getting along. And I think like that will help us as Black Americans. It's going to help people in countries in the Caribbean. It's going to help countries in Africa, right? Because it's a lot of division even within those places. Like, especially like when we see, like I'll see a post about like Vibes Cartel, right? And y'all know he just got released from prison. He just came to America. A lot of like Black Americans, they're like, oh, we don't listen to that and da 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 da. Now there's a lot of Black Americans that do. When you think about people in Florida, people in like Atlanta, people in New York, for sure there are. But you'll have a large part of Black Americans that like when they talk about like dance hall and just like the music from the Caribbean, they're like, oh, all the beats sound the same and all this different stuff. Instead of finding the beauty in it, right? You got to find the beauty in it. And I just think a lot of us as Black Americans, we got a small mind. You know, a lot of people don't know outside of their block versus when you think about people from Africa or think about people from the Caribbean, you see that there's a lot of deep rooted like cultural pride, very deep rooted cultural pride. And, they feel good about themselves. And when they come here, they know that they are at a disadvantage because the way they talk, it does sound a little different. The way they look might be a little bit different. They might not have as much money. They might dress a little, we might see them as weird. So yeah, they come here and they work hard. And I got nothing but respect from my Caribbean people, my African people, all people. Like, I don't care if you white, Black, Asian, whatever. Like, I think that spending more time talking about how we can like come together is always going to be more valuable than just pointing out the differences in each other and us fighting them amongst each other for like petty reasons, because it's a lot of, I look at life as like, okay, where's the business opportunities, like how can we benefit each other, that's how I kind of look at life when I'm seeing other people. It's like when I'm going to African countries, I'm gonna not just be going to have a good time. Of course, I'm gonna be out there vlogging, talking to people, putting myself into the culture, learning some things, and embracing it, spending some money, giving, just doing everything I can do. But I'm also going to be looking for, people I can develop business relationships, whether it's like, okay, I want to, bring some products, whatever countries I go to, whatever kind of exports y'all got. If I can like develop a relationship to where we can get something going and get something selling here, so it benefits us on both ends, we both profiting, like that's great ways to, bridge the gap, with business relationships, and also just people just helping each other and people taking the time to listen to people's stories and understanding each other, man. That's all it's about, man. But what do y'all think about this video? Africans and African American are separated, and this is why. For the reason he said specifically, as far as like him just saying the system is built for us to be separated, I do agree with that, but I don't think there's like somebody kind of just telling individual people like, no, you're not like them and stuff like that. I just think it's more so cultural differences and more so how we were raised, like as far as the type of media we watch and what our parents tell us to look out for in life, But let me know what you guys think down in the comments about this one. As always, love y'all. I'm out.